Hey y'all, K-Bar Nick here. How y'all? Lately I've been asked about all the great outdoor knives that Cutco has to offer. So what I've done is I've shot a video showing you and explaining each and every knife. It's going to start with pocket knives. It's going to have the hunting knives. It's going to have the fisherman solution. It's also going to have both K-bars that Cutco makes and sells. Yeah. So anyway, guys, enjoy. Leave a like, hit the subscribe, and until next time. So, Mrs. Jones, you said that you got some hunters and fishers in your family. I was like, well, our hunting knives and fishing knives are one of the best in the world. I personally own them. I use them. If you'd like to hear about them, sure, I'd love to hear about them. All right, look, let's go into it. So the first one we have is the pocket knife in a gift box. This thing, man, no pocket or purse should be without this knife. The lockback design on it has safety in mind. When you, it's got a glass reinforced nylon handle, and it has a 440 carbon stainless 2 3/8 inch blade. Overall, this knife's about 5 3/8 inches long, and it weighs about 1 ounce. This is American made, forever guaranteed knife. It's light but strong. You can get the handle in black or dark blue like this one is, and the handle can be engraved on this knife. The blade comes in a the straight edge, or it comes in the Cutco's famous double D edge. Well, the reason we call it a gift box, or not pocket knife in a gift box, is because we send it to you in a pretty little Cutco gift box. The next knife that we have that's amazing, it's just a regular pocket knife. This knife is made perfect to go from your backyard to your boat and everywhere in between. I carry one on me daily. I use it to open stuff, letters, packages. I've cut, stuff that shouldn't be cut with it. This lockback is lightweight, sharp, and durable. Everything you want in a pocket knife, this thing has. The 2 7/8 inch high carbon stainless steel blade has a little thing here, so when it's locked, you can open it with your thumb, make it easy. It opens for use and easily and securely locks for safety and convenient storage. With the glass reinforced nylon handle that this has, this knife's about 6 7/8 inches overall length. And what's really cool about this knife, it weighs about 2 ounces, and you see this clip here. As long as you take the front bolt out, you can switch that clip for right or left pockets. The blade can be engraved as well as the handle, and it's a great everyday pocket knife or a wonderful gift or a stocking stuffer. It doesn't come in a gift box though, but it's perfect. So next up, we're going to get into the hunting knives. The first one I got here is the drop point. So let me clean that up a little bit. Yeah. So this versatile hunting knife, as you see here, it's nice and shiny. It has this drop point or wide belly, as you can see. Design, it's sharp and perfect knife for slicing. Look, moose, elk, deer, turkey, wild boar, it doesn't matter. This knife can cover it all. It's American made. It's forever guaranteed. The actual knife itself is 4.5 inches long. It's a 440 carbon stainless steel blade, and it comes in the straight edge, or you can get it in the Cutco double D edge as well. It'll stay sharp. It resists rust while you're out in the field, and it just takes all the rigors in field dressing that you can think of. Personally, mine has around 12 deers, I think 10 turkeys, and about 4 wild boars on it, and it's still as sharp as the first deer that I ever used it on. Overall, this knife's about a 9.25 inch long, and it weighs about 5 ounces, so it's not too heavy, it's not too light. The comfortable grip on it is a non-slip, and it's comfortable. It's kind of like a thermoelaster, thermoplastic that word, whatever kind of Elmo laster it is. You can get this handle in black or you can get in huntered orange. I enjoy the huntered orange because, hey, you got to need orange in the woods. Might as well have it on your knife, right? The handle itself is designed to give you the max control while you're using it. Simply put, if you like hunting, you're going to love the drop point knife. So the next one up that we have is the clip point. The clip point from opening day till the end of the season. Be ready for the expected and unexpected with this sharp tip, precise puncture, all-purpose hunting knife, man. Like you can see, that's a sharp tip. Nobody wants to touch that. The blade itself is 4 3/4 inch. It's high carbon stainless steel. It comes in the straight edge, as you can see here. This has got the Cutco famous double D edge. And it'll stay sharp and resist. I think I've got, I don't know, I've probably cut at least 10, 15 sets of backstrap off a deer, and it still cuts like the first deer. The sharp tip of this knife does allow you a more precise cut. Sorry about that. So you can precisely and pierce more quickly, and it's really useful in tight areas. That's what makes it great for back straps of a deer. Overall, this knife is about 9.5 inches long, and it weighs about 5 ounces. So again, it's not too light, not too heavy. The comfortable soft grip handle is a non-slip as well. So if it's raining, snowing, sleeting in the field, it's fine. It won't slip out of your hand. It's an amazing American-made knife. It's backed by the Forever Guarantee, and it makes it a must-have at any deer camp. So the next up is probably my personal favorite deer knife or hunting knife, and this is the bad boy. This is the king of all hunting knives. This is the Guthook from Cutco. It's a trusted knife for the serious hunter. I don't care if you're out hunting for trophies or if you're just looking for food. This knife is the knife you need. So we've made it to where this is made short work out in the field dressing area. So it's from the field back to your stand to hunt again quicker. And it's amazing because it cuts out the time that you would normally have to use to field dress, drag it, and put it all up. This thing does it in just quick time. The American-made Forever Guaranteed back knife. The blade itself is 4 3/8 inches long, and like I said, it comes with the straight, and it also, as you can see here, it's got the double D edge. Overall, the knife is 10 1/4 inches long. It's got the comfortable non-slip grip on it, so it doesn't matter the weather situation you're in. I promise you that this is the only Guthook I'll ever use when it comes to hunting. I've used every Guthook made by every company, and this is the one that I've been using for the last 6-7 years, and it's the greatest Guthook knife that I'll use ever. I won't go anywhere else with it. So the next one up, this hunting knife here, don't let the looks fool you. This is the supermodel of hunting knives. It's Cutco's original hunting knife. This is the first hunting knife they originally made. So this baby's been around for nearly a century now. It's one of my personal favorites. Like, it's perfect knife. I love it. It's got a 440 high carbon stainless steel, 5 3/8 inch blade. It's got a classic sharp design clip point on it for that clean and precise puncture. Overall, this beauty of a knife is 10 3/8 inches long. The handle is highly engineered thermo resin. So earlier when we were in the demo and we were talking about the kitchen knives, it's made for, this knife has the same handle as our kitchen knife. And if you look, it's also got the wedge lock ergonomic design handle on it. So it's a perfect knife for the weather situations you can clean your deer with. The handle comes in the classic or the pearl. The classic is more like a black with a little bit of brown, like wood grain in it. It's a real pretty handle, but the pearl's my favorite. This knife can come, as you see here, this is a straight edge. It also comes in the Cutco's famous double D edge as well. So it's backed by the Forever Guarantee, and it's American made. Man, look, this is a beauty. This is a thing of beauty. I think it's too pretty to use in the woods myself personally. So I'm thinking about just ordering these as my steak knives, sitting down at the kitchen table and using that to cut a snake or a steak, because that baby's beautiful. All right, Mrs. Jones. So you said you have some fishermen in your family. I love to fish personally. It's probably one of my favorite pastimes besides watching Georgia football. So what we have here is the solution to all fishing. It's called the Fisherman Solution. This baby is a bad, bad boy. What it is, so as you can see, it's got a soft, it's a glass reinforced handle, nylon, but it's covered with the thermoplastic elastomer. So it's got the comfortable non-slip grip on it. Overall, the blade right now is 6 inches, but if you open this clip here, I don't have nails, so it's a little bit harder. You can adjust it, and I'll show you how in a minute. So if I'm out fishing and I get my fill of crappie, I can use the 6-inch blade, flay them all day, not an issue. And then say I fill up my bass, I can pull this blade out. As you can see there, it's got like a little indention in the blade to where you know you're at 7 inches. So I would lock this down. I'd flay on my bass, no problem. I'm up at Bennett Springs. I'm trout fishing. As you can see, it's got an 8-inch notch as well. So then I would close this and I'd flay on my trout in one go. And then I'm a big walleye fan. I love fishing for walleye and big cat, spoonbill. I love to snag. Well, them are the bigger fish. So now I have a 9-inch blade that I can fillet all my walleye, spoonbill, catfish with all in one go, and I don't have to keep switching knives. To clean it after I'm done, I just pull the knife out. I wash the whole blade. Be careful, that thing is sharp. You don't want to cut your finger off. And you can wash this end out so it's all clean. And then you just stick the knife back in the handle, and you push it back down to a 9-inch or to a 6-inch shot. Sorry. So the reason this is the solution is when the knife is in here, the sheath is the reason it's the solution. So overall, this knife is anywhere from 11 3/8 inches to 14 3/8 inch. It has to be in the 6-inch form to go in the sheath. But this little area right here, this is what we call a line cutter. So if you're like me and you throw your line out, get caught in a tree, you don't want to be reaching over the boat or over the bank, however it is. I just take my knife and I cut my line right there, just slide right through it. Then I'm relining it. I come down, I got too much, I just wrap it in there, cut the line, easy peasy, it's right there. What really makes this the solution is, say I'm out bass fishing or crappie fishing, and them little boogers, man, they done swallowed my hook. I get them out of the water, put them on the front of the boat. I can open my sheath up, and now I got a set of pliers. I can just reach down in that fish's mouth, grab the hook, pull it out, and I got my hook back. Or, catfish and walleye, they got fun teeth. So I can use this. I put it in their mouth, and then I lock my sheath down, and I ain't got to put my fingers in the catfish's mouth or the walleye, and then I go about cleaning the fish. Another reason this is the solution is because if you fish a lot, it will, a fillet knife is going to take a beating sometimes. So it will stay sharp for a season or two, but it also needs a little touch up every now and then. So we've got about a 5-inch whetstone back here. So whenever it needs a little touch up, boom, boom. I normally recommend ordering 2. So when this one, one season's done, you send it back in and you got another one to use. Another thing here on this whetstone, you'll never lose the world record again because it has a groove in the whetstone that sharpens your hooks, so you don't have to worry about a dull hook. That is why this is the Fisherman's Solution, and it is the only knife made for fishing 100%, and the handle does come in black as well. So I love my Fisherman's Solution. Next up, out on the outdoors, we have the Ka-Bar Explorer. Earlier in the demo, I told you that Cutco is a proud producer of the Ka-Bars. Our local military, law enforcement, they do use our Ka-Bars. This one here is more of the military, local police style knife. It's got a thermoplastic sheath so it won't chip or crack. This blade is 7 1/16 inch long, and it's got a 1 3/4 inch Cutco double D edge on it. And then the rest is just a straight edge up into a clip point style knife. The whole blade is is epoxy powder coating, and so is the guard and the pommel, and it's got a hole for a tether as well. So what that epoxy powder does is it helps with corrosion and rust from the rain, however you're using it. So the overall, the knife is 12 inches and 1/16 long. It has the thermoplastic elastomer, however you want to say it. So it's got the comfortable non-slip grip for wet conditions. Personally, it's about 12 inches. It's not that heavy of a knife. I use it almost all the time. I call it the Rambo because it makes me feel like Rambo in First Blood. I feel like if I had a tie around my head and I just had this knife, I could be Sylvester Stallone. Like, I'm pumped. This thing is great for setting up camp, cutting paracords, cutting strings, whatever you need to cut. And it's even great for skinning small game. I've skinned squirrel with it. I've even skinned a deer or two with it. So it's an all-around knife. It's perfect. I love the Ka-Bar. I think they're the best made knives in the world. And then the last one up we have is the Ka-Bar Outdoorsman. I'm not going to lie to you, Mrs. Jones. I didn't like the way this looked when I first saw it. I didn't think I would like this knife at all. I personally never wanted to use it. And one day I said, you know what? I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see what it can do. So I pulled it out. It's got a 5.5 inch blade. It's got the blade itself is the epoxy powder. And as you can tell by our kitchen knives, that it runs all the way through the handle. It is a 440 carbon stainless steel, same as the other Ka-Bar. And it's got the drop belly design on it instead of the clip point. So this knife, I call it the mini axe. It's got a 10.5 inch overall length to it. The handle itself is a glass reinforced nylon, and it's textured with a non-slip feature on the handle. And another great thing about this handle, if you don't like the sleek black on black design, it comes with, I'm on the right side here, it comes with interchangeable handles to where you can have green instead of black, or if you want, you can have a green and a black side. It's a perfect knife. It really is. Like I said, I didn't think I'd like it at all. I was in my deer stand one day, and I had branches in my way that was in my shot. So I just reached out, chopped it off. I had a perfect shot with my arrow. That's kind of when I fell in love with it, was bow hunting. I've used it to clear brush like thickets and stuff to get into my favorite fishing holes. I've used it to cut branches, like I said, from my tree stand. It cuts paracord, it cuts rope, and it's perfect to shred wood for campfires. Like, I don't know how many campfires I've used this knife for, to chop up a little bit of wood to get it going and keep it going. All of these knives have 100% tang. Every single knife I showed you have 100% tang besides the pocket knives. They all are American made. They all are backed by the Forever Guaranteed of Cutco. All of these knives can be engraved, and they are all perfect for gifts. They're all around the best outdoor hunting, sporting knives that you'll ever use in your life, Mrs. Jones.